Did you watch BTE?
Yeah, bro. Shit was crazy. I remember something like semi-big happened on it, besides the little beginning part. Can't remember though.
Man, we'll get to that. We'll get to that with AEW.
Got you, got you.
Hey, you forgot to outzoom the thumbnail.
Oh shit, did I?
Yeah, it's
Oh fuck. Looks dumb as shit. Hold on, bro. I gotta copy this again. Fuck. Alright. Fuck. I'm gonna delete the first one. And alright, it's good.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. What is going on, guys? We're back with yet again another edition of the Notorious Sales Podcast. Hold on.
Okay. Good fuck.
Okay. All right. I can hear me echoing, but I don't think they can. All right. Well, anyway, what is going on, guys? We're back with yet again another edition of the Notorious Sales Podcast, and this is Notorious Unscripted. And if you guys do not know how this show works, usually on Monday or Tuesdays, that falls around Unscripted, and any other day of the week, we have, specifically on Fridays, we have the news for you guys, sometimes predictions. So, yeah, that's pretty much how the show works. And also, if this is your first time watching, and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Sales Podcast, I am one half of the host, Johnny Mayhem, and as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going?
Yeah, bro. Shit's going good, bro. Just chilling out, just waiting to get that ID again. So, that's just great, man. Just soon to get that, man. And other than that, shit's been pretty normal, bro. I'm just waiting, man. Just fucking waiting, man. But how about you, bro? How have you been?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Just chilling. Um, my long-awaited vacation had finally came to an end, so yeah, we're back at work now, but it's all right, I guess. Um, but yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I've just been going through the motions. Obviously, just spent the last week just enjoying the last week of my vacation. So yeah, otherwise it's been good, except for Raw, of course. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man. But that's my life. But yeah, but yeah, God, lot to talk about. So first off, first things first, I want to go over Raw, um, and how that show went. But tonight, and also I want to go over AEW because obviously we do this on Mondays, so we will be going over last week's edition of Dynamite. So yeah, a lot to talk
Mm-hmm.
about there as well. Obviously, I'm sure everybody has heard by now, but yeah, a lot to talk about there. But God, Monday Night Raw.
God,
Where do you
fuck.
start? Well, the show opened up, man. The show opened up, and um, obviously, in case anybody hasn't heard, Drew McIntyre, the WWE champion, has tested positive for COVID, so he'll be off for at least 2 weeks. He should be back in time for the Rumble, but obviously for now he's out with COVID. So best wishes to him. Hoping he gets better soon so he can get back and face Goldberg. But let me just say, bro, if 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 he goes on to obviously fight Goldberg at the Rumble, and the original plan was for Goldberg to win, but he, having COVID, can't make the show, God, did he luck out. A blessing
Mm-hmm.
in disguise, even though they'll probably have him fucking drop it. I mean, if he was supposed to lose it, they'll probably have him fucking drop it anyway, but still. Um, but yeah, obviously tonight we seen Drew, we seen a word from Drew, we seen a word from Goldberg, and or no, they didn't, I don't think we seen a word from him, but they were hyping him up and showing all of his fucking classic matches
God.
from 1997.
God.
So there was a little stint where they showed him fucking burying Kevin Owens and him burying Brock, but uh, I just can't fucking stand this guy. But other than that, yeah, man, we seen him on the show. Or like I said, we seen his vignettes on the show. And then other than that, we got out of everybody on this fucking roster, to quote unquote step up while Drew McIntyre was out. I seen a tweet. I don't remember who it was from. I think it was from JD, as a matter of fact. He said, and this is so true, out of everybody to step up, we're looking at Triple H. Like, if you can't see the problem, and this is so
Mm-hmm.
fucking true, man. If you can't see the problem with the WWE roster from just that action alone, I seriously don't know what to tell you, man, because with Drew McIntyre being out, so many guys that can step up. I mean, look at a guy like Keith Lee. He gets put in a fucking tag team match with Miz and Morrison, and then him and Sheamus are apparently both bipolar or some shit, because these guys win this match, start fucking slugging it out, then they're having a match against each other, and then after Keith Lee beats Sheamus, they hug each other. Like, what the fuck? You guys aren't Team Hell No. Like, bro, Man, a couple years ago, I remember people used to bring this argument up a lot, but it's so fucking true, man. WWE television, just the whole time you're watching it, just genuinely just fucking insults everybody's intelligence. Like,
Like literally.
I, I don't know anymore with this show, man. I swear to God. Um, I, man, this show sucks. And I hate coming on here every week and saying the same fucking thing, but it's true, man. This show just fucking sucks. Also, oh God, this is one of my least favorite parts of the show. Oh yeah, and then there was that too. Anyway, so well, the first thing that really angers me is they make Matt Riddle. Yes, Matt Riddle
Riddle.
look like a fucking idiot on WWE television yet again, as if you haven't made this guy a comedy whore up the fucking ass. Now you are putting him in a serious situation and making him look like a big and even bigger fucking idiot. So basically what happened with Matt Riddle was he gets this WWE Championship match against Bobby Lashley. They start slugging it out before the fucking bell rings. The match eventually gets started. In like fucking 4 minutes, Matt Riddle's tapping out to the Hurt Lock. Like literally, I fucking walked outside to go put my Christmas tree away. I went to go put my Christmas tree in the garage. I walked back in the fucking house, and Matt Riddle, who just he's legitimately in a match with a suited MVP, and he fucking wins by the Hurt Business beating the shit out of him. And then MVP gives him this nasty punk kick or whatever, but also on this fucking show, we got news, I think it might have been yesterday or the day before that WWE is looking into do more romance angles on television. What romance angles are they gonna do? Are they gonna do fucking Bobby Lashley and Lana again? Are they gonna do fucking Charlotte and Andrade? Are they gonna do Zelina Vega and Andrade just to say fuck you to... Oh wait, no. I mean, Andrade and Charlotte Flair. Just to say fuck you to Zelina Vega, alright? And have Charlotte be his new manager. Are they gonna fucking do, I don't know, something? What? And listen, none of those by any means, I understand the way that may have just came off, but none of those by any means are fucking good for television at all. A, because it just doesn't call for a romance angle, and B, every time WWE comes around doing one of these romance angles, it is in contention towards the end of the year for one of the worst fucking things we've seen all year. I mean, they just have the worst kind of fucking like mindset for doing some kind of romance angle, and like romance angles can be good. Obviously, we've seen some good ones before. Not any that come to my mind as I'm talking right now. I'm sure there has been some though, but Edge and Matt Hardy. With Lita, I mean, granted, that was fucking half of that was real life, but still, it was good. You know what I mean? We got to just see these guys just go fucking neck and neck, right? But yeah, man. WWE. I swear to fucking God, I don't know where they get. I don't know where they get these ideas in their thick heads from. But WWE's what's looking like their new romance angle is Lacey Evans and Rick goddamn Flair. Yes, Charlotte's dad, Ric Flair, bro. What? Bro. Okay. And that's not even the worst part. Like, just the thought of that isn't as bad as watching Ric Flair interfere in their matches in the most blatant fucking stupid way ever. Like, okay, if you're planning for Charlotte to be this fucking like big huge star in the women's division or whatever, and and you want all these big plans for her, and you want her to, be a, what did they say? Why she couldn't be pinned in that triple threat match? Because they want her to be like an unbeatable force to be
Yeah.
reckoned with in the women's division. Okay, first of all, go fuck yourself, and second of all, how do you expect her to even amount to those heights if she knows her dad is interfering in her matches, and they're hogging that corner of the ring? Like, if I'm Charlotte, I'm pulling Lacey Evans away from that corner because I know this motherfucker's gonna interfere. But these two
Mm-hmm.
are wrestling, like, trying to cram all their moves into the fucking top left corner of the ring. Like, how fucking stupid does that make Charlotte look? And how fucking stupid does that make Lacey Evans look? Well, yeah, how stupid does that make everybody fucking look? And then, and you know what's like, even, who I even feel like fucking even worse for is, like, when you put on wrestling that fucking stupid, do you know how fucking hard you're making the commentator's job to make this shit
Oh
look
my god.
believable? Oh, he
Mm-hmm.
put his foot on the rope. Oh, now they're going for a suplex. If I was Samoa Joe, I'd be like, could these dumb motherfuckers get out of that corner because they know that Ric Flair is interfering? Like, how fucking... Bro. Oh my god. No, that tells everybody
Yeah.
right there that A, me as a live commentator wouldn't be that good, and B, WWE fucking just sucks. WWE sucks at making people look fucking smart. At making people look fucking smart, okay? Like, it is not that hard to write a logical match. Like, what the fuck? And you put this shit in front of everybody's face and expect it to look believable. And like I said, bro, they're literally wrestling and cramming all their moves into that corner so Ric Flair can put her fucking leg on the rope, and he grabs Charlotte's leg, and it looks so fucking stupid, and hold Charlotte's leg down. Like, what the fuck? And on top of all of that, if you really want to get technical with this, Charlotte Flair's leg was under the bottom rope when Ric Flair was holding it. So why didn't the ref call a rope break then? Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Oh my
Makes no
god.
sense.
You know, I just don't know, man. I just don't know. I I don't know with this fucking show. And then we have Kofi Kingston. Apparently, I don't know how none of us have heard about this up until this point, and we'll touch on this. Kofi Kingston apparently has a broken jaw, and
Yeah.
he'll be out of action. Oh, okay. Wasn't he yesterday? Wasn't he just on his New Day podcast honoring Brody Lee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
All
they
right.
probably cap.
Okay.
They just made
Whatever.
up these horrendous injuries.
Yeah. And you know, when Cash Wheeler went out with a broken jaw, he was out like 4 months. So if Kofi's
Yeah.
back in 2 weeks, I don't know what kind of people you're employing, but clearly you're employing fucking superheroes, man. Drew McIntyre is coming back in 3 weeks from a fucking fractured skull. Braun Strowman's coming back in a month from a completely ripped off fucking arm, basically. That's how they sold it. That his whole fucking arm ripped off, and this motherfucker was back in a month. Listen, man, I don't know what kind of fucking superheroes these people have employed, but holy shit. All right, Kofi Kingston has a broken jaw, apparently. Okay, whatever you say. And so that happened. Oh yeah, Xavier. What I was getting at, Xavier Woods. Apparently, Retribution doesn't care about Ricochet anymore. Now they want Xavier Woods because we had a match with Xavier Woods and T-Bar, ladies and gentlemen, and T-Bar beat Xavier Woods. Listen, I understand T-Bar is an extremely talented individual, you know, in case you guys don't know who he is, because he has a fucking mask on. Dominic Dijakovic, listen, Dominic Dijakovic can beat Xavier Woods any day of the week, right? Tremendous star. Nothing against Xavier. He's fucking just as tremendous, but T-Bar, this version of Dominic Dijakovic, who clearly is not the same man by any means, picks up the victory against Xavier Woods. Okay. So that happened. I don't think we seen Asuka on the show. I think we see Nia Jax, but I think that's actually when I fell asleep. I fell asleep for like 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So, and when I woke up, Bobby Lashley was making his entrance, so I just missed a match, I assumed. But nonetheless, so Triple H, like I said, accepted Randy Orton's challenge to fight him or whatever. And their match is happening. And at the end of the fucking match, the lights are going out, and I'm like, oh shit, the Fiend's coming back. But I forgot that now that sound means Alexa Bliss too. I don't know, I guess it just slipped my mind, but I was like, oh yeah, it's just Alexa Bliss. And they start playing this really cool, like, fucking Firefly Funhouse theme song where it was, like, really demented. And it was, like, fucking, like real, like, scratching out, like, really cool, like, darker, like, Firefly Funhouse music. And Alexa Bliss has been taking fire breathing classes from fucking Karrion Kross and Scarlett. But instead of having books explode, Alexa Bliss fucking apparently she's meeting up with Tony Stark too, fucking Iron Man, and she's shooting fucking fire out of her palm like she's fucking Iron Man or fucking Mustafa Ali or some shit. And she fucking throws a fireball at Randy Orton. Listen, I'm all for this like Fiend and Orton shit, but when we're getting to the low of shooting fireballs at people, I think we need to reevaluate what their jobs are. Well, not we. I think they need to reevaluate what their fucking jobs are. And oh god, yeah. This is why people like. This is why us, me, Sir K, and people in the community like us. If you have a fucking pair of balls, or if you're a girl, if you have fucking common sense, and you're a fucking man, and you're a woman, and you like to watch a grown fucking person show, this is why we like AEW, because this shit, like, seriously, bro, it is a fucking kid show. It is through and through a kid show, and this is why the people with fucking brains that's why the people with fucking brains in the community like AEW over this shit, because like like Karrion Kross and Scarlett, like, that spot was cool as fuck, right? Because like it was a book, like they're not making anybody look like a fucking mythical creature, you know. And besides, it's Alexa Bliss. Like, this is normal ass Alexa Bliss. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't the fucking Fiend. So, I mean, that would make it a little better. But the Fiend shouldn't even be coming back until, I'd say, like, the Rumble. Because last week, Charlie Caruso, or whoever the hell, I think it was Charlie Caruso, has the urge to fucking ask Randy Orton, is the Fiend coming back? A, how does Randy Orton know? And B, why is that a casual question when on TLC the man was burnt alive to a crisp? So let me ask you something, Charlie. If you were fucking burnt alive, you think you'd just be coming back in a week? I don't fucking think so. But this is WWE television, and apparently you can fucking recover from a skull fracture in fucking 2.5 weeks and be back in 3, so fucking beats me. So that was Monday Night Raw, man. Yeah, I mean, the floor is yours, man. I want to hear some of your thoughts on what you thought about this fucking show. But yeah, man, what'd you think?
God, man. First of all, romance angles. I personally hate romance angles, no matter what or who it is. I hate it. Romance angles always suck. They're always garbage, and they always make me hate my life. And now we're going to get one with Lacey Evans, who I don't like already, and Ric Flair. First of all, Drew McIntyre sadly has COVID, and he came into contact with people that were on the show. So Vince McMahon's idea is to bring a 70-plus-year-old man onto the show. Like, what? And
Hmm.
now they got this man in a romance angle with Lacey Evans. So in their match, they got him in the corner. First of all, why are you doing your moves in the corner? You want to do your moves, no matter which. Both Lacey and Charlotte would want their moves to be done in the middle of the ring, so the other opponent can't get a rope break. So they have to, they book it, so they have to do it in the corner. They do that shit in the corner. Ric Flair does what he does, and they act shocked because you're in the corner. If I'm in the corner, I'm expecting someone to put their leg up, or if there's another person, to put their leg up in a match. That's just common logic, and now they have fucking Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans both look like idiots just to get this spot through with Ric Flair. And all that to do a romance angle. Like, first of all, didn't Charlotte get pissed at Ric Flair last week and told him to fuck off? And now he was on Twitter asking for his forgiveness, and now he's turning on her? What? These motherfuckers just don't make sense, man. And now he's with Lacey Evans. Like, we know, the fans know she's married with children. Vince realizes that, right? There's
Yeah,
been she's
they
basically
they
dating Johnny Gargano's doppelganger.
yeah, they did a fucking storyline with Sasha Banks where they played into the fact that,
She
she's
was
a mom and she has a husband.
exactly. And now that she's in a romance angle with Ric Flair, why is Ric Flair on TV at all? He's ain't nobody want to see his old ass here. He's got fucking music videos to go do, bro. Ain't nobody want to see him here. Oh man, God, I hate romance angles. They add nothing. They just add garbage to the content. They just make wrestling as a whole look bad, and I hate romance angles, man. Even when they're both married in real life, I still hate romance angles. They just they suck, man. And on to oh god, on to the Triple H and all that shit, man. First of all, you have only Triple H step up, and McIntyre is out for 2 weeks. Well, how does that make your roster look? That the only guy you have step up is Triple H. You have so many people on this roster, man, and you choose Triple H? Why, man? There are so many people in the back you could have chosen, but you choose Triple H. It makes no sense. And then him and Orton get into the match, and what is with them putting Orton with some old ass matches? Fucking Randy Orton and Edge, Randy Orton and Triple H. I'm surprised we never got fucking in recent times Randy Orton and Ric Flair. What is with this shit, man? Ain't nobody want to see this. Randy Orton is boring with modern guys. He is just mind-numbingly snooze fest with anyone of his age. Don't know why I do that, and you end it with Alexa Bliss coming back like she's fucking in a fucking cartoon, throws a fireball at Randy Orton's face, and that's how you go off air. Bro. Oh, man. Are they not going to address the fire that he almost set Alexa Bliss on fire 3 weeks ago? They're just never going to mention that again. They offhanded it once and just never again. I bet next week they're going to mention that Randy Orton got a fireball thrown at his face. I bet they aren't. They're just gonna do whatever weird shit they're gonna do next week with fire. Because Vince found his new thing of the next 2 months and a half. Fire. He's gonna love fire, and then right after Mania, we'll never see fire again for like 3 years. Because that's how Vince McMahon works, man. It just sucks, bro. You don't do this cheesy shit Just, bro, just leave it all up to Wyatt. I know Wyatt probably at home right now, probably in the grieving process, but like, bro, just chill it out for now, man. Just it, not like stall, but like basically stall the booking a little until Wyatt can come back, drop hints from both sides, and just wait. Don't have to do all this weird shit, man. God, and another thing in this show. Fuck, what was that other thing in this show I was gonna talk about?
Thing
What
with Matt
happened in
Riddle.
this show? No, not with Matt Riddle, even though that's garbage. But like, oh man, he's a joke already. The man's a fucking joke. Who would have guessed, man? Hold on. It wasn't with Riddle. Something else happened tonight that I want to talk about.
Oh yeah, another two
Um,
things I forgot to mention as well. Jackson Riker beat Jeff Hardy, and the thing with Drew Gulak I meant to mention.
yeah, that.
Drew. Basically what happened with that was Drew Gulak, AJ Styles declared himself for the Royal Rumble a couple weeks ago, right? But Drew Gulak came up to Adam Pearce and said the same fucking thing. I'm declaring myself for the Royal Rumble. And Adam Pearce says, oh, no, well, there's only 30 entrants, so from Raw and SmackDown, so you have to earn it. Okay, what about everybody else? Like, and then he says, I need you to beat AJ Styles. AJ's already in the Rumble. Why don't you put Gulak against somebody who's not in the Rumble and have them compete for it? And then, right after fucking that match happens, later in the show, I think it was Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose just declared themselves for the Women's Royal Rumble. I,
Literally 30 minutes later,
I
they
hate this
both
shit,
declare
bro.
themselves. Like, bro, this is the most inconsistent, childish garbage on TV, bro. Man, if I had cable, because I mean, I don't even watch Night, but I legally stream it anyway, because fuck all that. But if I had cable, I would have switched channels and done the JD way, go to diners, drive-ins, and dines, and watch that instead. Because at least that's something I can watch and not want to die in my chair while watching. Because this show is so bad. 3 hours of pure, unadulterated garbage. Of pure childish garbage, mind you, man. And Jackson Riker beat Jeff Hardy. Why? Man, Jeff, as much as you love No More Words, you done fucked up signing back again, bro. No More Words isn't worth all of this, man. Should've just went to AEW, bro. No More Words ain't worth the loss to Jackson Riker. It ain't worth none of this, bro. We won't probably see No More Words for like 7 months. Why would you do this, bro? Why would you resign? No More Words ain't worth this, bro. God, this show sucks.
Yeah. Was that all you wanted to talk about on Raw?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, fucking raw.
Yeah, man. One thing I thought of was, well, people in WWE are heavily coming into contact with COVID, right? And then I thinking to myself, you know, who's to say that a large margin of that was from WWE inviting all of these legends back, and they don't know where these people go. They're
Yeah,
not in WWE, so who knows, man? And now look, fucking Drew McIntyre, and I mean we haven't heard anything about him, but possibly Kofi Kingston. You know what I mean? And other people that we may just not know of. I mean, come on, man. Who's to say? That's not. I mean, it could be. It could be anybody on the current roster. We never know. I mean, we don't know where they go. When they're not on television. But I mean, especially these legends, bro. Like with WWE being how it is right now, when you hear Kevin Owens saying, like, everybody's just trying to keep each other safe, or somebody was saying that, like, in the WWE locker room, like, the boys are trying, my bad, I just hit the mic, the boys are trying to keep the boys safe because nobody's gonna say this, but it's because they feel unsafe. Oh, Miro said it on AEW Unrestricted. He said the boys were trying to keep the boys safe, and the ladies too, because everybody felt unsafe. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
so, um, I would hope they're not fucking, just sticking around in their free time and going to all these places and whatnot. But these legends, bro, like, they're not, half of them aren't fucking contractually obligated to well, on a weekly basis they're not. They may be on legends
Yeah.
contracts, but that doesn't require them to be there every week. Like, you don't know
I
where.
don't keep track.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't know where Hogan's been. You know what I mean? You don't know where fucking. You don't know where Big Show's been. You don't know where half of these like legends have been. You know what I mean? They could have been anywhere, and now they're showing up on Raw. And yeah, and then obviously Sir K brings up a great point. After all of this, you decide to invite Ric Flair, who's had health problems as of recently, like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
You decide to bring him back to television?
Like, are you goddamn overboard? Like,
Yeah, it was probably that
even G,
motherfucker. Nobody knows what that
probably.
motherfucker's got on him.
Who knows? His ass probably be going to shit with his son. Dumbass little son. Oh man, like, bro, they are just so stupid, man. Man, in this Rumble, it's gonna suck, man. They are building all this bullshit up to what is probably gonna be the worst Rumble in the modern era. This definitely has the potential to be.
Yeah,
If they
and
could do.
for sure. And you know what scares me, bro, is Roman isn't in the Rumble. So like every single year, even when people hated Roman, I always loved when he was in like the final three, because
Mm-hmm.
it will
He's
just
so
give you
annoying.
a heart attack. Yeah, he's one of those guys where you're like, well, WWE can always have this motherfucker win the Rumble just to add it to his list of accolades. And then it always grants for a huge pop when somebody throws him over. Nakamura did it. McIntyre did it. You know what I mean? So it always calls for a huge moment. And now that he's not in it, like, look at the last one where Roman wasn't in the final two. It was fucking Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman. Like, what the fuck? That Rumble was
Like,
boring, bro. That Rumble was boring, man.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, bro, that fucking scares me, because even like I said, even when we hated Roman, the one night a year we could fucking like his presence was the Royal Rumble, because he just gives you a heart attack while you're watching it. You know what I mean? Because you're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh God, please, just somebody just eliminate him. And then he would end up going to the final two, and then you're really biting your fucking nails. And then when he finally gets eliminated, everybody just fucking rejoices. So,
Exactly. Like, you need big legends. That's a way you could use them if you don't want to use Roman in that situation. Like, come on, bro. Use it to get people over. Even when Roman was at his topmost shovel, golden shovel burial time, even in the Rumble, when he didn't win, he made people look good just by being him. Because that motherfucker can win anything at any time. So when you apply that logic to shit like that, interest. But when the last two people in the Rumble are fucking just, yeah, who cares if either of them win it? There's no interest, bro.
yeah, like the thing with Seth was like, everybody wanted Seth to win it, but it's like, when he's in there with a guy like Braun, who we all know is not, like, he was doing jack shit at the time. So once it got down to those two, it was just like, oh, okay, Seth's gonna win this. Like, nobody really gives a shit about Braun, so like, all right, cool, Seth won. Let's do it. But
Mm-hmm.
when he's not in there, when he's in there with another guy that garners no fucking interest at all, it's like, okay, whatever. Like,
Alright.
all right,
Let's get through this.
yeah. So Yeah, and it ended up being lame as shit. But yeah, bro. I mean, like, Goldberg will be great in that capacity. You know what I mean? Being
Mm-hmm.
the final two, and then once the guy throws him over that's supposed to win, that's gonna be a huge fucking pop. Obviously, it's gonna be in a
Huge pop.
fucking electronic pop now, but God, this Rumble's gonna suck. I already know. Um,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, like if Goldberg's in there with a guy like Daniel Bryan in front of people, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like if he's in there with a guy like
Pop.
DB, people are, let's say we're in a full baseball stadium. Let's say we're in a fucking full Tropicana field, right? Fucking 80,000 people or 30,000 people, whatever. If Goldberg's in there with a guy like Daniel Bryan, everybody is just going to be getting annoyed that Goldberg is in the Rumble. Everybody's just going to be
Mm-hmm.
getting pissed. Everybody's going to be biting their nails. Like e- everybody's just gonna be just fucking hoping to God, having a heart attack that this guy, for fuck's sake, does not win the Rumble match. And once a guy like Daniel Bryan throws him over, huge pop, huge fucking pop, you know. So,
Oh
um,
yeah.
yeah, so guys like Goldberg will be fucking great in that capacity. Goldberg's not going to be great in a capacity where he's probably fucking odds on favorite to put on a fucking boring ass fucking sleeper with Drew McIntyre. Like, no.
Exactly.
Use him in the capacity that you've been using Roman in the Rumble to have people fucking having heart attacks because we know that you people suck at creative and there's always a chance that he can win. So, yeah, man, but yeah, Goldberg, like
Exactly,
I said,
bro.
he's one that obviously comes to fucking mind that would be
Oh
fantastic
yeah.
in that capacity, bro.
People hate his ass. I do.
Brock, Brock's another one.
Brock.
We all well, nobody really hates Brock, but we all fucking know how WWE loves Brock, like Brock
Mm-hmm.
over everybody. So,
And
if
no one wants to see him
Brock's
in that position.
exactly, so if he's in there with a guy like Bryan and Bryan throws Brock over, huge fucking
That's gonna
pop.
pop.
Obviously
Mm-hmm.
now we're gonna get the same. We're gonna get fucking cheers no matter who wins, but whatever.
Yeah.
But that's the thing I fucking hate, bro. Like, WWE, man, like I swear to God, bro, if they have Goldberg beat Drew, no matter what happens, this motherfucker is gonna get cheered. I mean, on Twitter, he ain't gonna be getting fucking cheered, but who gives a fuck about Twitter, you know?
We're gonna have to do
So,
those fake fucking cheers.
yeah.
Oh man.
So, like, live in the moment, like, when people go and watch that back, bro, there's going to be fucking cheers for when Goldberg buried Drew McIntyre.
Fucked up, bro. Alright.
Yeah,
It's
and
not okay.
and another thing too, like with WWE coming out, I don't know if we reported this on the news, but with WWE coming out and saying that Goldberg was put in this position to make McIntyre an even
Oh
bigger
god.
star, motherfucker, you understand that, like, okay, you understand that he beat Drew or he beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, right?
Exactly.
So either he doesn't necessarily need to be made a star, or you're just saying to yourself that you did a horrible fucking job with making him a star, which I think Drew's been fine. Drew's not a nauseating babyface, you know what I mean? That is refreshing as
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh yeah.
Because, like, holy shit. Like, imagine Johnny Gargano, babyface Gargano, 2018 Gargano, on the main roster as a babyface.
Oh
You're
my
looking at the
god.
biggest pussy good guy ever. You know what I mean? You're not looking at a
Mm-hmm.
badass, no disrespect to Johnny, but that just goes to show how fucking good NXT was in 2018. But, like, anybody, really, anybody is a fucking baby. Like, Keith Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, man. I I don't imagine them caring to make him a badass whatsoever. I think
Oh no.
I think I don't necessarily. I think he'd. I wouldn't say he'd be like super fucking like good guy Lee, but I think he'd be preacher Lee as a good guy.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
So yeah, but yeah, I think Drew's been okay. I definitely think they could have boosted his star way more, but for the most part, I think he's done okay enough to the point where he doesn't need fucking Goldberg to solidify that he's a star. Like, bro, stop fucking doing that, bro. Like, if you're looking at people to put him over that will make him a star, don't use the generation that was 2 decades ago. Use the generation that was a decade ago. You're talking
Yeah,
about Cena. You're talking about passing the torch. Like, people are like, bro, these guys that he's facing have already been passed the torch. So what? Why do they need to fucking? Why do they need to to pass a torch that they don't even have anymore? Goldberg was gone from 2016. He was gone for like fucking 13 years from the business.
yeah,
So who is to say he
hmm
has any kind of fucking torch to pass to Drew
exactly.
McIntyre? Get the fuck out of here. But first things first, man. Like I said, bro, Drew McIntyre has done. Oh, he has not done that bad for himself to the point where he needs
No,
another fucking legend to put him over. He just needs good storylines now with people you have now. You know what I mean? Like what? Like bro, have people now put him over. Why do you need these old ass fucking people to put him over, bro? Like that is what's going to make Drew a star, man. When Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano became stars, did you see fucking Tommaso Ciampa taking the torch from the Undertaker? No, he
no,
set modern day shit up with Gargano, a star that is
okay.
today. You know what I mean? Like
They
that
lit
that
their own torch.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. They lit their own torch, bro. Like, listen, having somebody pass you the torch isn't always a bad thing, but in WWE, sometimes it's just better to light the goddamn thing yourself because you can avoid this shit. Or, like, whoa, what fucking more do you want
God,
from Drew McIntyre, or who? What more do you want from What more legends do you need fucking Drew McIntyre to beat? It was the same thing with Roman a couple years ago, bro. They wanted this guy to beat every fucking legend. Like, bro, can you just have him fucking have good storylines with people today, so we can have memories of these people today instead of these old guys that can't let go of the business? Oh, it's my passion. Well, I understand that, man, but your time comes and goes. You just got to make the best of it while you're here. If you're still worried about doing shit in 2020 that you should have did in 2005, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you. And
seriously.
the talent of today should not have to pay for it because they're the ones that have to lose and show up to work the next day. Bullshit, man. Bullshit. Yeah, man. Was that? Did you want to touch on that or?
Oh man, fuck. Man, like Drew McIntyre, he's been a good champion. He's been a really good champion, especially for a babyface. First time in like probably around a decade since a babyface champion has been top notch. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And he doesn't need fucking Goldberg to elevate him. First of all, Goldberg won't elevate anybody. He might elevate fucking nobody. And Drew McIntyre doesn't need it. He beat Brock for the championship, bro. He like Drew has beaten many people. Drew is already solidified, bro. Anyone who is even a casual fan sees the praise he gets from legends. See what he's done. He doesn't need anything like that anymore, bro. He's not 2017 Roman. He doesn't need fucking big wins to put him over. He already got that, bro. Just book him right and let him lose that title to a good next champion. That's all you'll ever need. And he could have as many reigns as he needs in the future. That first one, well, technically second, but I still could basically count it as his first reign overall. Would be good, bro. And you don't need Goldberg to do that. And Goldberg can't do that because Goldberg fucking sucks, bro. He sucks, bro. He can't even do his own finisher, bro. He can't even lift someone up for the jackhammer. What do you expect him to do for a guy like McIntyre? McIntyre, even in Goldberg's prime, McIntyre could whoop his ass around the ring, bro. And if you deny that, you're just a 30-year-old mark. Because ain't nobody take Goldberg seriously, bro. And if you do, you need to go get evaluated. Like, that's just disrespect to McIntyre to say he needs the elevation from someone like Goldberg, bro. Because he does not. He already got the elevation that he did himself, and it helped with good booking, man. God. And another thing they said about bringing Goldberg in is that they don't have anyone big enough to face McIntyre, too. What? Whose fault is that? Like, and bro, you just have to book the feud right. You could throw fucking Ali in that situation, but if you book it right, it'll be good, bro, and it'll be big. These people just make no sense. It's just an excuse to see Goldberg on their TV, and I hate it.
Yeah, and then, did you hear they told Ali that they don't know if they could ever give him a live mic again?
Yeah, because he was frying them. Like,
I'm sorry, somebody's got to fucking tell you. Shit.
Exactly, bro. Shit,
You know?
man. Like, man, I feel bad for that guy, man. Kofi Mania, when realistically should have been him.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, and now all this, I feel bad for Ali, man.
Yeah.
That guy just.
And then that thing with Brock, with the Money in the Bank. Oh my God.
Yep, made to look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Yes.
and another thing with that bitch, Bill, fucking, this motherfucker wants to go out and say, oh, well, my first stint in WWE, these were interviews from years ago, but, oh, my first stint in WWE, I hated my work. Why is that, Bill? Is it because WWE made you fucking wrestle matches over 4 minutes?
Yeah.
Don't necessarily think that's WWE's fault, buddy. I think that's fucking more of your skills. Nonetheless, I seen this video going around the other day. It was Triple H on Tough Enough many years ago, and he was saying, he said, he was like, I went to one of your houses, and he was talking to all this talent, and he said, and I ripped a Bill Goldberg poster off one of your walls. And then it showed him doing it, and he said, the reason I did that is because if you look up to somebody who can't wrestle a match over 4 minutes and has no skill and love and passion for what we do, then you don't need to be doing this. So that just goes to fucking show you. And that just goes to show you, man, people could dog on us fucking fans all day. It's not only us. Because guys like Triple H, guys like half of those motherfuckers in that locker room, they'll never say it unless they get released, but they feel the same fucking way. And how do you think the morale backstage is when all these fucking, when a guy like Ali is getting told we can never give you a live mic again? Why is that? Because I'm just fucking spitting truth? My gimmick sucks, but at least I'm trying to make it somewhat enjoyable for the people.
Exactly, bro.
And on the opposite end of that, a guy like Bill Goldberg is getting a WWE Championship match for sitting on his fucking ass after this bitch beat the Fiend at Super Showdown. This guy sat on his ass the whole year.
And now wants to come back.
And now he has a WWE Championship match. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Bullshit.
Straight fucking bullshit, man.
Alright, man, so before we get out of here, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I noticed, man, we never talk about SmackDown. I'm just here to say, man, SmackDown, so uneventful. Other than, like, Roman, So fucking uneventful. Well, I mean, we touch on SmackDown in the beginning of news, but like the reason we never go in depth with our thoughts on SmackDown, bro, it's just so uneventful. Like
Mm-hmm.
genuinely, like nothing fucking happens on that show. Like Roman's doing great, but like no, like other than him, nothing fucking happens on that show. Nothing, not a single
Literally,
thing.
bro. It's
Um,
just a show that
yeah,
ran for 2 hours.
yeah,
Like, at least
yeah,
Raw was bad enough to talk about.
yeah. But oh yeah. I don't know if you've seen this, but did you see they put Gulak in those like calf tights? Like they only go down to his calves, they don't go
Oh,
down to his whole leg. Like you know the tights Kofi wears, where they only go to the middle
mm-hmm.
of his calf. Yeah, that's what they got Gulak in now.
He probably looks so just fucking stupid in
Yeah, and
that.
they were fucking bright orange and said
Oh
Gulak
man.
in white down the side. It was the most jobber fucking look ever. It was worse.
God,
Well,
man.
no, I was gonna say it was worse than Tucker, but I don't know if I could say that. The
No.
motherfuckers out there in fucking chalk line
Have you
joggers.
seen Tucker since that one random match he had?
No, no, the one where he
God.
debuted is his fucking chalk line Tucker joggers.
Yeah.
Nope.
God. It's crazy how Vince McMahon buried not McIntyre, Gulak. Triple H rebuilt Gulak, and now he's buried again. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a sad cycle for this fucking man. Should have
Hey,
never resigned.
yeah, I was gonna say when he was released for those 2 days, I don't know what the hell he was
Mm-hmm.
thinking, bro.
I swear, because literally, as cool as that thing was with Daniel Bryan, he should have known that wasn't gonna last.
Mm-hmm.
He should have fucking known.
Everything in WWE could be better.
Mm-hmm. He could have left and done some great shit somewhere else, man.
Yeah.
But they put him in 24/7 title picture, and now he's losing to fucking AJ Styles in 2021. God damn.
Yep. Yeah. So, one thing I wanted to touch on before we got out of here, man, was AEW. AEW
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of people say that this week's episode of NXT was better than AEW. I
Mm-hmm.
I was very shocked because I don't even care to watch NXT anymore. So I mean, kudos to NXT. I guess that's just what I was hearing. Personally, I didn't watch it, but um, I don't know. It's just what I was
Same.
hearing. But interesting to hear. One week, but they still got beat in the ratings. But anyway, yeah. So man, another solid episode of Dynamite, man.
Oh.
I would say it was one of those not a down week, but it was one of the lesser weeks, which is fine. But nonetheless, still a good show. And yeah, man. But the main talking point I wanted to talk about, man, was man, we at the end of that Ray Phoenix versus Kenny Omega match for the AEW title. Obviously, Kenny Omega won. Mox came out and started hitting Omega with the barbed wire bat, and out came Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, bro, the Good Brothers. Man, wow. So
That
these
shit was
guys
great.
looked better in this one appearance than their whole fucking 4-year run in WWE. In that one appearance, they looked better than the whole fucking 4 years they were in WWE. The whole 4 years. And good God, is that sad. Just genuinely sad on their part. Um, but yeah, man. Yeah, man. I just wanted to touch on that, and yeah. So they beat the shit out of everybody. They beat up the Varsity Blondes and um, a bunch of other
Wow.
people at ringside, and obviously then they would get to Mox, and out came the Young Bucks, man, and they kind of got in their face for a little bit. They got in their face, and they looked super uncertain, and they just wanted them to stop beating up Mox. And at the end of it, they all too sweeted, but the Young Bucks looked so out of it. And On BTE, we seen Gallows and Anderson, and I also wanted to touch on this. I don't know how you feel about this, but bro, if Gallows and like when we do eventually start seeing these guys in promos on Dynamite, it, you might as well keep them in Impact if they're gonna sit there and act like 4-year-olds and make dick jokes the whole time. Like like personally, keep it. Sorry. Like, hopefully they're in a serious manner. I understand this is BTE, but, like, this is the most serious thing you have going on television right now. Don't fuck this up. But, obviously in BTE, they were making dick jokes and whatever, but, man, all I could help but think was, bro, if this is what Gallows and Anderson are gonna be like once they get to promos and stuff like that on Dynamite, you could keep it in Impact because
Seriously.
that to me that was awful. Like, bro, this is the most. And like I said, I understand this is BTE, but I'm just fucking saying, man, when this goes to television and they start giving them promo time, if they're gonna act like 4-year-olds, I know they probably can't make dick jokes or whatever, but if they want to act like fucking 4-year-olds, I'm sorry, but you could keep it in Impact.
Seriously, bro.
But yeah, I swear to God, I just had to touch on that, man. I don't want to see that, bro. Like, bro, you guys were made to look like fucking jokes for long enough, and you want to come here and make dick jokes. Okay.
They're not even funny either.
Yeah,
Like, if
they
they
just
were
act like
fucking
idiots.
interview funny, it would be great. I would enjoy it. But they literally sound like fucking idiots, man. The only thing that was funny in that segment is I forget which one. I think it was Nick. That was like,
Oh, he's
yeah,
so
that's how it
funny.
should have. He was
Oh
like,
my
yeah, that's how
God.
it should have been in the debut episode, but you
We
fucked
don't,
us. But
yeah, they said you fucked us, and you know we don't really know if he could trust you. It's so funny.
But like that shit was funny. But Gals and Anderson, like literally, they're like on the mic. If they make those jokes more, they're gonna be insufferable. Stay on talking chop or whatever the fuck they call it. Just go do that, bro. You know when you see those two, if they do that on TV, which I hope they won't. But man, God, they better not.
I mean, yeah, like like I said, bro, like they look like ass kickers on Dynamite,
Mm-hmm.
and now, like I said, those they looked fantastic. But
Oh yeah.
once they start giving them promo time, like, and the thing that scares me, Kenny Omega's got this cocky attitude, and their version of cocky doesn't look like it's Kenny's version of cocky. So that honestly
No,
just scares me
I
because
swear.
like, bro, let me refresh everybody's memory to the fucking godforsaken nerdometer. If we have to see anything remotely close to them acting like that level of an idiot, keep it in Impact. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I understand this is a fucking huge act, but holy shit, that's horrible. That is horrible, man. But nonetheless, definitely agree with you there, bro. Nick Jackson is one funny motherfucker. And he's so indirectly funny. Like, you
Oh
could tell, like,
yeah.
he's trying not to be, but like his just monotone voice is just hilarious. Just
He's just
hilarious, bro.
hilarious.
But yeah, man, like I said, bro. But on the like, man, before I watched BTE, like, had I not watched BTE,
I'd be marking.
I'd be marking out right now with you guys. But after I seen that, all I could think was, I hope these guys don't go to a more TV-14 version of Nerdometer type jokes.
Oh man.
Because if we have to see that shit, keep it in Impact, bro. Like, bro, you guys are Bullet Club guys, and you're acting like bitches, bruh. What the fuck? Let's just hope they fucking act like ass kickers like they did on Dynamite. But nonetheless, super excited to see where this goes. Just let Don Callis do all the talking, and Kenny, just let those two do all the talking.
Mm.
Because eventually down the road, I said this to you right after Dynamite, and that just goes to show, like, how much AEW, how cool AEW is, man. Like, me and you will sit
Swear.
in these PlayStation parties for at least an hour or two on Wednesdays and just talking about how excited we are to see things
Mhm.
go forward with Dynamite, as to where here, or Friday, we have to come on here and fucking
And complain.
and complain because WWE leaves us no other fucking choice. So, yeah, man,
Seriously,
but
bro.
that just goes to show AEW's doing it, man. Obviously they're not perfect, like I was just mentioning, with how they eventually handle Gallows and Anderson and them talking, but it's just like Gallows' humor, bro, just does not strike me the
Just
right
sucks.
way. It just
He's just not
sucks.
funny.
Yeah, he really isn't, bro. He really, like, it's so bad. It's so bad.
He's not funny in the slightest, bro. Like, bro, just stop trying to be fucking. Stop. Just stop, bro. Stop trying to be funny. He's
And
not
the
funny.
yeah, and like if you ever watch them like being badass, like they're fucking amazing at it.
Yeah.
But instead,
And
we get shit like
um,
this.
I
So,
don't get it, man.
yeah, man, but like I don't know. Uh they were funny on BTE when they were being dicks. Like remember
Yeah.
when they were with
Uh-huh.
they were
Yeah, the young buck.
yeah, in the hotel room and they all had on their Bullet Club shirts and they were like, what would happen if New Year's Eve 2019 we started up a company and it was on TNT per se, and they were like, just clearly not having
Just
this
trying,
conversation,
yeah.
but just predicting. And then they were like, "No, we're gonna wrestle with two Pauls. We're going to the big leagues." Like that shit's
In New
funny,
York.
but
Yeah.
we're going to New York, man. We're going to the big leagues. We're gonna team with Triple H. Like that shit's funny. But when they're acting like fucking 4-year-olds and making dick jokes and flapping around the belt like it's a fucking dick, like bro, that's just not funny, bro. Like you're in the most serious fucking matter on Dynamite, and this is what you guys want to act like. Okay, okay. But nonetheless, nonetheless, yeah, man, I'm super excited to see where this is gonna go, bro, and I'm
Oh, yeah.
hoping we can see sooner or later the Hangman emerge, and being the ghost of Kenny's past, bro. I man, that
Hell yeah.
this shit's gonna be fire. This shit is
Yeah,
really gonna be
bro.
fire, bro. But yeah, man, I just wanted to hear your thoughts on everything that went down on Dynamite with Gallows and Anderson and stuff.
Yeah, man. It was a mark out moment, truly, bro. Didn't think it would happen that soon, but it was great to see, man. It was great to see them being badass and then Young Bucks coming out. Like, and I love the way they sold it, how they weren't sure.
Like
They didn't really want to
standoffish.
do the too sweet. Exactly, bro. I love that. It's like plant seeds for what's probably gonna be in the future. Hangman and Bucks versus Kenny and Gallows and Anderson, and it was just great shit, man. You could tell they were beating up the whole tag division, and you could tell the Young Bucks didn't want to do that, and the whole segment was just great, man. BTE, the shit just didn't make me uninterested. It just lessened my markedness for all this
Right.
because there's that worry in my mind that Gallows and Anderson are gonna act like fucking idiots because they got their talking shop, they got the fucking their garbage impact shit. Like, man, they better not bring that type of shit to here, bro, cause they keep that shit in Impact, bro. Ain't nobody watch Impact. They get fucking 200,000 viewers per week. Ain't nobody watch fucking Impact. Go take that shit to Impact if you wanna do that garbage comedy. Fucking Gallows talking about jacking off in the fucking bathroom and shit. Like, dude, what?
Yeah.
Man, you're not funny, bro. You're not in the interview. Just go somewhere, bro. But when they're serious, they're awesome, and I think they're gonna be serious on Dynamite. So that's all I could hope, man. And it's just good, man. I just can't wait to see how this all plays out, man, and just how it goes, man. I wonder when Hangman's gonna be in this, cause right now he's doing shit with the Dark Order. So I wonder how that's gonna end and transition him to doing shit with this. And I just can't wait to see it all go down, man. So, I mean, not much to say, but I just can't wait for all this to just play out, bro, over 2021, man. I think it's gonna be really good, and I just can't wait to see how it all plays out, especially if some other people from WWE and New Japan come to AEW to add to that mix. So, yeah, bro, I just can't wait to see how it pans out through the entire year.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Another thing. Another thing. I meant to say, man, is like, oh god, if they keep putting them on BTE like that, fucking, that's gonna be skip
Oh
right. That's gonna be
man,
on fucking speaking Spanglish levels of fucking skip.
swear.
Yeah,
God.
horrible. Um, yeah, I don't know, but the moment on Dynamite was really cool. The moment on BTE just kind of fucking scares me for the time being until we kind of see what they act like on television. But for that, we'll just have to wait and see. But is there anything else you wanted to go over?
Nah, bro, I'm good.
Cool, man. Well, that is going to do it for this edition of Notorious Unscripted, ladies and gentlemen. Notorious Unscripted 22 weeks into this thing, and we are officially 40 episodes in to this podcast. So another 12 episodes and we'll hit a year. Another 10
Damn,
episodes and we will hit 50. So,
damn.
with that
Such a
being
hit.
said, man, thank you guys once again for tuning in to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it has been a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And I, Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of Notorious Unscripted, you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys on Friday with the news.
Peace.